Welcome back. So a journey has to start somewhere. And when I speak to most people, they're kind of going, I don't even know where to start. And I get that, it's overwhelming. We're talking like a whole life. But it isn't a whole life. It is today, where you are today. So the first thing that I do is I listen to people's stories. Because what is it about the story that is so important? Your story about who you are, who you were as a child, as a teenager, and now is your reason for why you can and cannot do things. When I say to people, what do you want? If I had that magic wand that could go and do the abracadabra magic and change your life to what you want, what would you ask me to create for you? So when I hear that dream, my natural thinking is like, yeah, go do it. And I'll ask my clients, what stops you from doing that? And then I hear the story. I hear that story of how when I was younger I couldn't do this, or how my father did that, or my mother, or my partner, or my culture, or my this, or my that. It's the reason why I can't do what I want. So, let me tell you something. Come a little bit closer. If you have that dream inside of you, it's not by chance. It's because it's supposed to be actualized. It's because you are meant to be doing this. You do not dream that particular certain dream just for the sake of it. For the same token, you wouldn't dream somebody else's dream because that just doesn't fit your personality or your life. So stop with the story. That's where my transformational journey begins, listening to the story. Because when you become aware of that story, you can start making a new decision, new choices to say, you know what, that may have been my story until today, but this is today. And today, I decide that I'm strong, that I'm the creator of my life, and I'm going to go forward into my future with a new story. So let's begin there. Let's start to see how we try and kid the world by kidding ourselves. How we wear these masks of everything's okay when you know deep inside it's not. So let's start looking at how we mask not only to the world but to ourselves, how we feel. The lies that we tell ourselves. Let's start looking at what you're putting into life. Because isn't it a wonder that we want amazing things out of life, but what we put into life is things like stress and fear and anxiety, and then we question why our life is full of stress and fear and anxiety. The journey continues. Want to know what your dreams are, but how are you connecting to your dreams? How clear are you about your dreams? So let's get that sorted out. Let's start looking at emotions. Do you know that every single decision that you make is based on an emotion? So if you can understand your emotions, especially those negative ones, you can actually deal with them and push them aside, and then be clear-minded and rational when you're thinking about how you're going to move on to the next step. So your decisions are made with wisdom, rather not made because of fear. Now, if you look at most successful people, and I'm talking the really successful people, they're healthy. It's one of the key things. You need to understand your health. You need to understand your body. You need to question what you're eating. And it's not about saying you need to be a vegan or you need to be a paleo dieter or whatever it is. It's about you discovering what works best for you, what kind of exercise, what kind of movement, just understanding your body. So there is a part of that, because without the body, you can't do anything. Your body is so important because your body helps you take actions. Then this journey continues into how are you relating? In my world, communication is everything. It's so important to understand, how are you communicating with yourself? How are you communicating with others? And how are you receiving communication? Are you getting upset by the way people say things? Is other people's opinions of you more important than your opinion of yourself? So this is all to do with communication, because this then affects the way we move, the way we think, the way we feel, and therefore the way we make decisions. So it all kind of ties in. The final part of the journey, once we've looked at values and beliefs and things like that, is uncovering your true self. Really stepping into your energy, stepping into your light, and standing strong, standing fearless, determined, motivated, knowing who you are. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how this whole system works, so that you know that when you embark on this journey with me, what kind of support you're going to get and what to expect, how does the program unfold.